Well, hello, everybody. This is Dr. Dick Pritchard from Columbus, Ohio, and you are listening to our CTFO Rockstar Team Training for April the 26th, 2020. Hope you all had a great week. If you're new to CTFO, it was founded by these three guys that you see on your screen if you're watching online, Stephen Stewart Finger and Michael Kahn. I've known Stuart and Michael for 10 years now. Known Steve a little less time than that. These are three of the most honest men you'll ever meet. They are filled with integrity. They founded this company for people like you and me. They pay themselves as distributors just like everybody else. They do not receive corporate bonuses or salaries. And in fact, they will tell you that there are people in the company making more money than they are. I think that's a good thing. It shows how honest these folks are. This is a product company. We make money by selling products. No, we primarily do not go door to door or have parties or that kind of thing. We bring people in and let them decide what they want to buy. And we have such great products that most people want to buy something. All right. Weekly progress. This week we brought in 281 new members. 24 of those joined for free by mail from a postcard or a flyer or a print ad or a postal profit system info pack. Okay. They joined by mail. Our 31-day team sales volume, $69,847. That's up a little bit over last week. If you multiply that by 12, that's $840,000 a year in business that we're doing right now. So close to $1 million a year business that we have. All run out of the basement of my house and maybe the basement or some other room out of your house as well. Our weekly team sales volume to date, $15,630. That's a good week. The week isn't quite over yet, but it's mostly over. We end at midnight tonight on Sunday. We sold 3 silver packs this week. We had 26 new CelluV pre-orders this week. Our current total members, 37,931. I realize a lot of those folks are not active, but that's what happens when you allow people to join for free and don't require them to buy anything. And a lot of those folks aren't even real people, I guess, based on what I see in the weekly sign-ups that I download to put on my email list. I have to eliminate a number of them that clearly are not real people. So I don't know how many of those are real. All I know is the ones who are real, the ones who are buying product and doing something, created these numbers up here. 69,000 in 30-day volume, 15,000 in 1 week volume. Our postal profit system sent out 159 info packs this week. We had 10 auto ship signups and 63 follow-up letters went out. We now have enrolled over 300 people on auto ship with the postal profit system. Yes, some of them dropped their auto ship, but we have, I think, close to 200 of them who are at least still on auto ship. We have probably 40 or 50 who are doing regular invitation letter mailings. So that's going very well. Now, I tell you these numbers every week, not to brag. I tell them to you so you will understand what is possible if you stick around. Okay, I stuck around for 4.5 years, almost 5. In September, it'll be 5 years. Okay. When you stick around and you keep building and you don't quit, amazing things start to happen And this isn't all my success. A lot of it is your success. Some of you are doing 10K or 15K or more in business every month. Well, weekly updates on the company. The company was able to negotiate better pricing from Robert in Canada. So now it's $59.97 for a single pack and $159.97 for a 3-pack of CellUV. I don't remember. I think that's at least a $10 or maybe $15 reduction in the single pack price. So that's pretty significant reduction in the price. Do be sure to go to the Build Your Own Business Builder Pack area if you're ordering more than $349. If you just do it as a single order, you won't get credit for a Business Builder Pack. I saw one order this week, and I'm pretty sure this was a mistake on the part of the person who did it. It was over $500. No Build Your Own credit, okay? If you don't do that, you'll miss not only the credit for the packs and the bonuses for the packs, but you will miss out on another 5, 10, or 15% savings on the product you're buying. 5% on silver, 10% on gold, 15% on platinum. So if you're going to order more than this number, go to the Build Your Own Business Builder Pack area. It's right there under buy products or whatever the single thing is back there. It pops up as soon as you click on that. So be smart. The multivitamins are still back ordered. That's the bad news. And so is the Super 7. I got my Super 7 this past week. I have it on auto ship. So I guess I probably got one of the last bottles of Super 7. I'm missing my multivitamins though. They'll come in soon, we hope. But just for the record, they're still back ordered. The company is scrambling. They made an emergency huge order of both the multivitamins and the Super 7. They're working hard on it during a time when, of course, it's hard to make things happen fast. All right, I have some observations about COVID-19 and what's going to happen after it's all over. And we're talking about opening some things up in May. Ohio's still going to remain locked down, I think, for at least a few more weeks. But lockdown has a different meaning. We will certainly stay at home as much as possible through May for sure. And we'll kind of see what happens after that. But, you know, it's smart not to take too many chances. So here are my observations. First of all, the full impact of this pandemic could go as long as 2 years. That doesn't mean we'll all be locked at home that long, but it's going to take that long to develop a vaccine. And this virus may be like flu viruses where it mutates from year to year, so we have to kind of guess what we will do in terms of modifying the vaccine every year. But certainly we're not going to be completely free to congregate until there is a vaccine, or otherwise, even if the government doesn't force it, you will be putting yourself and your family at risk, all right, if there's no vaccine and the virus is still making its way around. I don't want to get into the whole argument about vaccines or any of that stuff. Basically, this thing has killed more than 50,000 people in our country, a little over 700 here in Ohio. It's a serious disease, okay? So that's some of the bad news. The other bad news, I think, is there'll be a huge downside impact on the travel industry, airlines, hotels, all those kind of things, cruise lines, on restaurants. Yeah, restaurants are doing takeout, and they will be allowed to reopen, I believe, at some point, but a lot of people are going to be reluctant to go to a crowded restaurant or bar when there's no vaccine, okay, when they don't know whether or not they're risk getting infected. Same thing with movies, theme parks. Disney has announced that they will keep their theme parks closed until spring of 2021, okay? Sports. The NBA is taking a huge hit. Major League Baseball, same thing. They're talking about a partial season. The NFL just had their draft, a virtual draft, okay? But guess what? The NFL season is going to extend into a time, November, December, when all the experts are saying there will be a second wave of the virus along with the annual flu wave, okay? So sports are being horrendously impacted by this. And as I didn't include universities, but let me tell you, when Ohio State is seriously talking about having Ohio State football played in front of empty stands, it's serious. If you understand that Buckeye football is a religion here, okay, that's huge. Not only that, but it's a huge impact on revenues for the university because they get a heck of a lot of money from football and basketball in particular. They're already talking about having virtual classes, at least for the fall semester. That impacts they will keep the dormitories closed, so that's revenue they're going to lose. And Ohio State is not alone. Every university is looking at serious financial impact from the pandemic. So that's a lot of downside impact for a lot of different industries. Well, the other thing is many of our small businesses are just not going to survive. And unfortunately, small businesses are the biggest growth in employment. They tend to employ more people faster than large businesses. So this impacts our economy as well. We've already had a local bagel shop go under, okay, close their doors. And lots of that's going to happen, especially in the restaurant business, I believe. But you're going to see small shops, restaurants, stuff like that, just literally not be able to survive. That's all the bad news. I'm not just a prophet of doom. Many more people are going to be working from home. Companies will actually encourage this. They didn't in the past, so they're going to have to come up with ways to measure their productivity when they're working from home. It's going to change a whole lot of lives. But because they're working from home, these people are going to be a little more open to the whole idea of creating a business from home, okay? And some aspects of our industry may be impacted as well. We're probably not going to be having hotel meetings or conventions and those kind of things during the next year. At least I don't think we will. In fact, I wrote a column. As some of you know, I write a column for Home Business Advertiser magazine. And my column for the May issue talks about the best and worst of times. It talks about the pro and con impact on our industry caused by this pandemic. Okay, and of course the title was taken from the opening line of Charles Dickens' novel A Tale of Two Cities, which starts with, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Well, I believe our industry, sorry, no, I don't have COVID-19, I just coughed. Our industry will see some of the best of times, because we always do better in bad economic times, but we'll also see some things that will be negatively impacted. Okay, just saying. Point is, where there is uncertainty, there is opportunity. All of you, all of us, I'm certainly thinking about it, you need to be thinking about it too, is how can we take advantage of what's happening, not take advantage of a disease or a pandemic, but take advantage of the changes that are going to be happening over the next year. Lots of uncertainty, but also lots of opportunity. That's the end of the sermon for the week. How do you build a CTFO business anyway? Well, first of all, you need to be an active member. Why do we insist on people being auto ship members if they want to use postal profit system? There's not really much point in them doing what that system does if they're not an auto ship member. If you can't find one product out of 80 that you're willing to buy every month, then you're in the wrong business, okay? We're in the product business. Be a product of your products. Very important. Also, being an active member qualifies you for all of the pay plan. Just $147 a month product qualifies you for the entire pay plan except for the pack part, and I'll talk about that in a minute. Number two, advertise your business. You must bring in new members who buy product. That's the only way you make money, when you bring in people who buy product, okay? So you have to advertise somehow. There are a bunch of ways you can advertise. We primarily use direct mail, but you can use word of mouth if you can't afford to do direct mail. Some people know how to use social media or online advertising. The only type of advertising I know of that's free is word of mouth. You can talk to people, you can email people and give them your link, all right, and you can put your link on your email signature so that you're really advertising every time you send an email to people. I do that, okay, but advertise your business. Number three, follow up with your new members. All the people that you personally bring in, you want them to be doing 1 and 2, right? That's how you multiply your business. Well, you could send them an email, but you should know that 95% of emails go unopened and sometimes even unseen because they end up in spam folders. What about phone calls? I probably get 15 spam calls a day. I don't answer my phone, neither does anybody else, unless it's from somebody they know, okay? So people don't open their emails, they don't answer their phone, but guess what everybody does? They open their mail. The company sends you an email with your new member's name, address, phone, and email. Use that address, send them one of our welcome letters. Okay, I can give you a personalized copy of that in PDF form. Shoot me an email, tell me your name and ID and username. I need that, and I'll create a welcome letter for you. It's personalized. That you can. It's only 2 pages. You could print it out and mail it to every new member that you bring in, no matter how you bring them in. And guess what it does? It encourages them to do number 1. Very important, okay? Just rinse and repeat. Do the CTFO walks, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Until you have at least 7 levels of active members. If you do that, you'll be making lots of money, okay? Now, there's a strategy for business builder packs that I'll teach you. I want you to teach it to other people, how to maximize your money. The packs have their own little additional pay. You get what they call fast start, or really bonuses when you personally sell packs to one of your members. You also get what's called team pay based on people in your entire organization buying packs. Okay, you can watch the video about that. I'm not going to explain that. But if you want to use a strategy, number one, yes, get on auto ship for any $147 product, so you're qualified for the rest of the pay plan. Number two, buy one business builder pack for yourself of any size, silver, gold, or platinum. Any one of the three will qualify you for most of what you need to qualify for here. Okay, number three, enroll your spouse or other family member directly under you. Why do you want to do that? I'll tell you in just a minute. But if you don't have a spouse or you don't have an adult child or parent or somebody you can enroll under you for this purpose, you can create a separate business, a sole proprietorship or an LLC. If you want to know how to do that, shoot me an email. I'll tell you how to go to the IRS, or there's another company that I use called Swifter. You can create an LLC, or really what you want is a separate tax ID from your Social Security number. Create a little business under yourself. But you want a position under you, whether it's a family member or a separate little business, so that you can do number four, which is build your own to buy all additional products under your family member. Bunch them as much as possible so that you're buying at least $349 worth. That way you get the Business Builder Pack credit. The first three of those you do, you'll get a $25 bonus because you're selling silver packs. From 4 on, you're getting a $100 bonus. Now, really, you're just saving another $25 or $100 on your purchase. But the point is, that's the whole point about Business Builder Packs anyway, is you're saving money by buying a lot of products at one time. Okay? Number five, follow up with every personal member you have and teach them how to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Number six, just watch your sales volume explode. Since we started doing this, our sales volume has gone up $20,000 a month, roughly. Okay? That's huge. Use this strategy. You will see more and more sales in your group. Why do I use direct mail? Number one, it just allows you and your entire team to approach people you don't know. People are always saying, gosh, I've talked to everybody I know. I've run out of people to talk to. Well, guess what direct mail does? It lets you talk to those people you don't know, the so-called cold market. Of course, you should always contact your warm market, people you do know first, then expand to the cold market. You can enroll, as I mentioned earlier, your spouse, your adult children, your mother, your father, your sisters, your brothers, your cousins, your aunts and uncles. Enroll all those people. Tell them, hey, just sign up for free under me. You don't have to buy anything. I don't care if you never do anything, because I'll get credit for that sign up even if you never do anything. I get what they call profit-sharing positions whenever I get somebody signed up under me. And if they're really curious, they'll want to know about PSPs, and maybe you'll talk them into actually doing something. But some of these people are going to buy product. You know, they're big customers. Some of them are not going to do anything. But a few of them will become part of your team, okay? And it's important to have other people mailing with you, if at all possible, right? Third reason, anybody can mail a letter or a postcard with, I should say, almost no training. We do have a few instructions. Some people don't seem to be able to follow those instructions, but most people can. All right? You don't need a weekend boot camp to learn how to mail a postcard. It's not hard. You don't need a weekend boot camp to learn how to order a mailing of Postal Profit System invitation letters. Not hard. You just pay for it. That's all you got to do. What that means is direct mail is duplicatable. Okay, it's very easy for people that you bring in to copy what you're doing. And if any system needs to be highly duplicatable if you want it to explode, okay, and grow exponentially, like a virus, if you'll pardon the expression. You want it to be duplicatable, and it also builds on what we call leverage. That is the work of other people. The more people you have mailing with you, the better your mailing program is going to go. Now, does it work? Yeah, it works for everybody except those who quit mailing. Direct mail is just a form of advertising, okay? If you can't afford to keep mailing, then it probably is not going to work for you. You probably need to promote by word of mouth until you're making enough money where you can afford to mail every week, every month. We say 17 postcards a day, 500 invitation letters a month. That's what it takes. You must keep advertising, which means you must keep mailing. Reminders about calls. The CTFO corporate webinar, that's a Zoom meeting, is at 9 p.m. Eastern on Tuesdays. There will be a leadership Zoom meeting at 8 p.m. this Tuesday, so I'll just stay on for that. Go to CTFOwebinar.com to learn the latest of what's happening with the company, the products, the opportunity, etc. My enroller and buddy, Mike Swilling, the #1 distributor in the company, holds his legacy team call at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays. That number is 319-527-2973. Mike also is, I believe, conducting a Facebook Live session at the same time he's doing that call. I don't bill the way Mike does, okay? He's a word-of-mouth kind of guy, and if that's the way you're building, you'll want to listen to Mike's call, okay? But he does things that I don't do, and I do things that he doesn't do. But he's still my friend, and I respect his success and what he does. Well, I took so long talking about COVID-19, I don't really have a story per se. Actually, I do have a story, but it's very personal, and I don't want to talk about what's happening even in my own extended family, but I can tell you that, and not just in my family, but among some friends that we have, the pandemic is having a serious mental and psychological impact on some people. These are people who don't even have the disease, okay? They're just the lockdowns and all that kind of stuff, the fear is just having a terrible impact on them. And they deserve our prayers and our concern just as much as those who are actually sick with COVID-19. So keep those people in your prayers. Have a fantastic week. I know it's going to be another fantastic week. Dr. Dick, signing off.